6 months previous. So right before I was to leave and going back to where I was living, my mother, she told me, she said, Billy, I need for you to take care of yourself. Billy, I need for you to get yourself together. Billy, I need for you to be here with me because I need you. I told my mother Mother's Day of 2016 that I promise you from my soul that I will take care of myself. And Mother's Day 2 years later, I am a little bit more healthier than I was back in 2016. Thanks to God the Father, I have been blessed with having my blood sugar under control. Even though now I am waiting for the surgery to be done on my shoulder, I feel as though that when the surgery is done, I will be healthier to have the surgery. And all of that came from the wishes from my mother. When I was growing up, my mother was a lot of things to me. Respect I didn't have for my mother. I criticized my mother. I didn't understand my mother. And there was at times I disliked my mother. But it was because of the tireless patience and perseverance that she had in God above that kept me from becoming just another brother on the block. I survived the hard years of growing up on the west side of Detroit, going to Detroit Northwestern. I survived being able to not to have to be incarcerated. Did not have to go through the rigors and the heartaches of drug abuse or alcoholism. It was because of the silent prayer that my mother did each and every day that I was able to survive a lot of things that my classmates and my peers were unable to do because of her wisdom, because of her prayer, because of the woman that feared the Lord is why today that I praise her. It is because of the hands that she worked with when she was working 2 jobs to make ends meet. It was because of all of the tireless days and nights that she caught buses to get to and from a job. That it's because that I now stand here at what is called my gate, my city gate, to where I bring her praise. And as we read, honor her for all that her hands have done. Let her works bring her praise at the city gate. But there was a story that my mother on occasion tells to different people about the way that I grew up. And instead of sitting here and going back in time and telling you the story, the best way that I can tell the story, and for those people that have a working relationship with their God, they'll understand.
My sister's little boy came into the kitchen one evening while she was fixing supper, and he handed her a piece of paper he'd been writing on. And after wiping her hands on an apron, she took it in her hands and she read it, and this is what it said. For mowing the yard, $5. If I make it up my own bed this week, $1. For going to the store, 50 cents. And playing with little brother while you went shopping, 25 cents. Taking out the trash, $1. And for getting a good report card, $5. And for raking the yard, $2. Total owed $14.75. she looked at him standing there and expecting, and 1,000 memories flashed through her mind. So she picked up the pen and turned the paper over, and this is what she wrote. For the 9 months I carried you, growing inside me, no charge. For the nights I sat up with you, doctored you, prayed for you, no charge. For the time and the tears and the cost through the years, there is no charge. When you add it all up, the full cost of my love is no charge. For the nights filled with gray and the worries ahead, no charge. For advice and the knowledge and the cost of your college, no charge. For the toys, food and clothes, and for wiping your nose, there's no charge, son. When you add it all up, the full cost of my love is no charge. Well, you know, when I think about that, I think about the day that Jesus went out on Calvary and gave his life as a ransom for me. When I think on the words, if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. I like to think that the very minute that he shedded his blood, my debt was paid in full. And I want you to know today, when you add it all up, the full cost of real love is no charge.
No charge. We don't realize the importance of the blessings and the lessons that God the Father gives us in no charge. We don't realize that the people he puts in our life, whether it is for a moment, whether it is for a season, or whether it is for a lifetime, no charge. We don't appreciate the little things that people say, the little things that people do, that sometimes maybe what they're saying or maybe what they do, it may not be what you approve of. It may not be what you like, but you have to say that God the Father is giving you a blessing with no charge. My mother had tried and tried for many years to get me to the point that I would shut up, sit down, and listen. But for particular people, they know that was hard for me. So on this day, this moment, I need to give you something that God the Father gave me at no charge. To people that listen to these shows without any fanfare, without any accolades, without any pats on the back, I thank you. Very good friend of mine, Debra Green, who has surprised me many times because I didn't think that she was listening to my show. For all of the things that she is doing in her life, the successful career that God the Father has given her, I'm thank you for your friendship. I know that we don't talk a lot, and there's times when I don't even know if you listen to my show. But you were there listening to the show in the backdrop of life, and to you, I want to tell you thank you. Very good, long-time friend of mine of 40 years, Celina Robatham, You know, we don't see eye to eye in a lot of different things. We don't agree in a lot of different things. But I have to say that you are the one person that has been in my life, whether you have been there physically, whether you have been there mentally, whether you have been there spiritually, that I know when I look around and the sun comes up in the morning, you are one of the few people that I have to thank God the Father for allowing me to be blessed with your presence from 1978 all the way until 2018. And I don't know if you are listening to this show this morning, but if you happen to listen to this show at any time when at your leisure, I have to tell you that as a female friend, I love you, because you have proven to me time and time and time and time and time again that no matter what I say to you that may anger you, no matter what I say to you that may hurt you, no matter what I say to you that may confuse you, you have always been that true friend that has always given me your friendship at no charge. To my estranged family, the Wilson family from Louisville, Kentucky, even though I had every reason to say what I said back in 2015 because of the hurt and the emotional strain of the loss of my father, but I had no reason to disrespect all of you, from Monica Wilson to my Aunt Vicky, to my cousin Regina, to my sisters Brittany and Danielle and Christy. If you can find it in your heart, if you can find it in your soul, please forgive me. Because I am my father's son, just as well as I am my mother's child. And there's been a change in me. I have tried to grow up. I have tried to follow the hard path of salvation through God the Father. I am no longer that angry person. I am no longer that bitter person. I am no longer that disrespectful person, even though there's some that may think that I am. But I have taken the last 2 months of my life and I've tried to give it back to God the Father. And I'm asking you, my family, to please forgive me, to please allow me to be able to break bread with all of you once again, because I am sorry. I have learned from the transgressions of my past, from the sins that come from my mouth, from the sins of the things that I think about in revenge, that I'm sorry. I believe that God the Father has a plan for me. I wake up every morning thanking God. And I never thought that I would be at the point in my life where I am now. That God would touch me in the way that He's done. I'm thankful that I wake up every morning and I have life. I look around and I'm thankful for what God has given me. I'm thankful that God has given me a roof over my head. I'm thankful that He has allowed me to be able to eat food. He's allowed me to take the medications that keep me healthy. But I am